Hi folks, this is your MWIS Fleeting View in association with Petzl. High pressure stays in charge at the moment, but that will change gradually into the weekend as northerly winds start to develop. In the short term, we've got inversion conditions for Friday, and temperatures on the mountain tops will be a good few degrees above freezing point. We still have terrain generally frozen though. We'll have some fog and low cloud banks down at the lower elevations, but most mountain tops will be in the clear, and some sunshine, some varied low cloud across the Peak District and eastern parts of Wales. The tops in West Wales should largely be clearer though. Western Scotland starts to see a change as a westerly breeze is developing here, and that will draw in some low cloud banks onto the hills as the inversion just begins to break down somewhat, and some drizzly damp conditions and a few snow grains in the mix just coming on to those northwestern coastal areas. Wind speeds will just tend to freshen here as well as the day goes on. Otherwise, it's a story of generally very low wind speeds. Breezier for Scotland and Northern England into Saturday. The strongest speeds across northeastern parts of the Highlands, the far north and into the Cairngorms as well, where speeds could be over 30 miles per hour at times, which will really take the edge off those temperatures, which will be hovering around freezing point across the higher mountains. The inversion really having broken down to some degree by this stage, leaving quite a messy atmosphere really of areas of low cloud banks drifting around some of the hills quite persistently during the day. A few breaks will form locally, perhaps best towards Loch Lomond, the central Highlands, southeastern parts of the Highlands, and a few local breaks over England and Wales. The weak cold fronts coming down from the north will produce some local patchy drizzle and some snow flurries on the tops in places, but amounts generally small, and mainly northern areas of Scotland stand the greater risk of seeing anything more persistent. For Wales, still just about hanging on to inversion conditions with some of the high tops above some of the banks of low cloud or fog, and the least of the wind here. By Sunday, we're into a clearer, colder northerly airflow with temperatures over the Munros around -3 to -5, coldest in northern areas, and that value will tend to drop as the day is going on, so even colder than that into the evening time. Some snow showers will feed in on that northerly airstream into the northern parts of the Highlands, the northwestern areas around the coasts, and a few into the Cairngorms as well from the north. Some of those snow showers could become locally a bit more persistent at times. One or two local showers drifting further southwards over the Highlands, but areas toward the central belt more often dry with some good amounts of sunshine and very clear air away from any of these showers, with good cloud breaks as well, and plenty of sunshine around too for most of England, Wales and southern Scotland, with just some patchy cloud in the morning for a time. That should tend to break up for most areas. North Wales could just hang on to more in the way of cloud and a few occasional showers with snow on the hills, with the temperatures below freezing point here as well on the tops. The freezing level at around 700 metres or so in North Wales. Strongest of the wind speeds across northern and northeastern parts of the Highlands, a severe chill factor in those speeds around 30 or even 40 miles per hour at times, especially over the higher Cairngorms. It's a cold weather pattern that will continue onwards into next week. We'll have more on that in our winter planner video updated on Friday. For today, that is your Fleeting View in association with Petzl.